Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say, where's Dashy? Dashy will be back on September 8th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with me on tomorrow or today's drop, depending on when you're watching this. I did want to go over a couple of things. I was tagged in a video about 30 different times, so you're welcome for me answering. But outside of that, I did want to preface this with, I now have 96 million OMI. That is correct. It went through. 96 million is with me currently. I mean, in several different places, but I do have ownership of that. And what I wanted to combat today was the FUD creating by Millennial Money, where we had Andrei Jikh. For a lot of you that know him, or a brief history on him, I guess will be, he got his start in 2013 with doing card tricks and being able to be I'm not a guest, one of the people that tutor other people's and mentors them on Now You Can See Me Too. And after that, he saved up a little bit of money. He got to start on YouTube doing card tricks, doing finance videos, all of that. And eventually he's monetized, and that's how I made it. And Stephan, also on Millennial Money, he made his fortune in real estate. Not something that I would ever do, but again, he is a titan in his industry. He became a millionaire in his 20s. He retired before I did, made more money than I did. Granted, I got a much later start than I did. I didn't really start getting into finance until after I got out of the military, late 2016, and I didn't start my own business until 2017. So I did get a later start, but again, you cannot discount his accomplishments in his field and the time in which he did it, going against the grain, which I respect. But that being said, on this particular project, I don't think they had done the amount of research that we have all done, especially the ones that I've done. I watched every single interview I could with David and Dan, like before, Okomi that blew up. Re-educated myself to who Alfred R. Khan was. I'm probably one of the most consistent YouTubers that makes the most content each day, whether it's streams or videos, etc. I just don't think they did, because if they did, Stephan would have never sold his OMI. Apparently, he had OMI around the same time as Andrei Jikh, maybe a little bit beforehand, and then he sold right before it crashed. Stephan has a very interesting way of short-term timing the market, makes it look like he's good, but then long-term is like, oh, probably shouldn't have done that. He did the same thing with Tesla in 2020, beginning of 2020. He had bought it, I don't know when. This is before the split, so use those prices adjusted. He bought it like maybe $500, $600, whatever. Did a good job, sold it at around $900 a share. And he sold it not because of any technical analysis or just because he thought it was time. And it dipped hard, like actually getting cut by 60%, going down to about $350 at one point. But again, it wasn't because of anything that Tesla did. It was just because that was the time of the pandemic. I started buying in as it started dipping, as like from 900, that's where he sold it. I started buying at 700, all the way down to 350. And I did that. I pretty much, because of dollar cost averaging, made my money back literally in a couple of months. And then in about 4 months, I had actually was in the black and just buying at the top every single time. And it was higher than where I originally bought it from at 700. And I don't know if he ever bought the dip or got back in, but same thing. If he had done as much research as I did into Tesla, he would know that that was a long-term hold, at least until I found Okomi. Again, if I had $1 billion right now, you could be damn sure a bunch of it would be going into Tesla, just because, again, if you want to diversify, they are going to be the king. They already are. They've won the decade as far as electric vehicles are concerned. Digital NFTs with licensing, Okomi's won the decade there. But for electric vehicles, that goes to Tesla. That being said, he did the same thing here. He bought OMI and sold it in a very short amount of time. Andrei Jikh is a little bit more like me as a hodler. He bought $150,000 worth of OMI at about 0.009, give or take, because he only has, at the time, about a little over 16 million OMI, which is good, but he spent a lot of money to do it. He is, however, hodling. He's hodling through this whole mess, this up and down, which, by the way, in a minute, I will talk about the why I think we can go to 0.007 real soon. But yeah, that was it. And they said on Millennial Money, this is the riskiest investment that they ever had. They started talking about a guy that they said was a known scammer. I'm pretty sure they were talking about Ben Gadenzi, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, around that time, he was being talked about my channel, Cavell Anderson's channel, a lot of people on Earth 2 as well. For those that don't know, he did have a hand in Earth 2 as well. Pretty much everything that he touches just they're worse off for it. People are worse off for having met him. So that's probably who they were talking about, although they didn't actually confirm the name. They just wanted to kind of make people guess, I guess, or not give him fame. Either way, Andrei Jikh is the one that's hodling. I am buying more. This could potentially be a short-term bad catalyst, again, short-term for the token by it being able to go down, breaking that 0.004, 0.0035, going down below that, possibly even 0.003 or 0.0028. If it does, I will sell more Bitcoin and I will buy another million, which would bring me up to 97 million. But again, that's if that happens. If it doesn't happen, I don't think I want to sacrifice the rest of my Bitcoin. But yeah, so moving on to why I think we can go to 0.007 in the next couple of weeks is because if you go to the 3-month chart, we're, around mid-June, we were a little over 0.002. That was 0.00212. We go down all the way to 0.00148, that big dip right there. And then we go back to above 0.0020. We go to 0.0021. And then what happens? Literally a week after that, we grow by 90% and go to 0.00436. And then we chill out for a little bit. We have a nice rounded bottom, and then we go back up again. So if we do that the same way it happened 3 months ago in mid-June, because look what we have here. Look what we have here the last 24 hours. We're a little past 0.0040 at 418. We go down all the way to 0.00351. And then after topping out a little bit, we go and we're back at 0.004 again. 402, and even after a little while, this was, again, over the same day, at 0.0041, 0.0040 again. So if we follow the same trend that we had 3 months ago, back in mid-June, in a couple of weeks, we could be growing 90% at 0.007, or about maybe 3/4 of 1 penny, which would be utterly fantastic, especially since I now have 96 million OMI. Oh, I'll get that bread. Again, the short-term FUD might, great, I'm welcoming it. My long-term thesis hasn't changed. I know where this is going. I would never sell, like right now. But if it creates a giant sell wall, bring it. Let it go down. Let us fill our bags one last time. When Aragon asks King Theoden, it's like, ride out with me one last time. And it's like, okay, let's go. Let's fill our bags one last time. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Just not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Just letting you guys know exactly what I'm doing. And yeah, I figured I'd make a video. I didn't want to go live and try to talk for an hour and then have to get a few hours sleep and then drive home and then talk for another hour and a half tomorrow when we get the drop. I will do that Hulk video tomorrow after the live stream as well. I'll do that at some point. Again, crazy weekend. I have a couple of days to try to recover. And then I have another crazy weekend starting on Thursday. So I'll try to make videos and everything in between. But everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Let me know if you are taking Andrei Jikh's sentence to heart where he says OMI is his riskiest investment. Where, again, I don't believe so. I believe that this is one of the most undervalued investments he has. And if you look at the chart and don't know what OMI is, it looks very erratic. It's like, oh, this does not look good at all. But again, that's if you don't know anything about the company. If you don't know about OMI, which, again, I don't think that he has done the level of research that a lot of us have. If he has, he would not be saying this. Again, I am never wrong. I have accomplished more in a shorter amount of time than those two did, even though they are way ahead of me as far as money that they had and success that they had. But again, I've been in the field a lot longer, a lot shorter amount of time. So again, I love you all. Class dismissed. I will see you all. I'll see you all in the future. If they want to have me on Millennial Money, I don't know if I have to be a millionaire to be on there first. Give me a couple months. But I'd love to have them on the channel. That type of deals. All right. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.